Relationship Talk 2018. We're about a quarter way through, and I just thought, let's do a check-in. Alright guys, this whole series of videos that are on its own independent list that I'll link below is about 2018 and where we are at. We all set goals at the beginning of 2018, and a lot of the emails and the messages and the phone calls have been around, well, I set these goals over there and it's here now and I ain't there. I haven't achieved anything. How do I get going? So I made a couple videos on all of this, and I'll be making more as we go, and I'll be making another set to halfway through, and then again about 3/4 mark, so we can have a good end to the 2018, swinging us into the 2019. And as I get more comments, I'll have more ideas to really share with you. This video is all about that relationship and how does this relationship move in the right direction. Starting fresh and really looking at how do we make it work. Now, to be specific, starting a new relationship again is hard, and we all go through it, and people always ask me, well, I gotta start again, what do I do? And my answer is always, well, you gotta do what you've always done, start again, really simple. And then they go, well, no, I want to actually have one last start again. And I'm like, whoa, aren't you gonna miss it? Like, come on. And their face just goes really like, and then we start the process. Tip number 1, why do you need to start again? Now let's really focus on this. Why do you need to start again? Why is it that your relationships are not achieving the potential they should be achieving? Is it the other person every time? Because I've always had these people that takes about an hour just to break them out of their shell that they're not the greatest person in the world, okay, and they're not, you know, the almighty greatest relationship person in the world, okay. So why? What's causing these relationships to fall apart? We need to analyze this. Sit down and really be hard on yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Tip 2, not only what are you doing wrong, when are you doing it wrong? At what point in this relationship, any relationship, do you see things going sour? What point, you know, you have the climax like a story, and then boom, what happened there? And does it happen every time? Here's a tidbit, 90% of the conversations I have with people, it always tends to be the same thing. Something occurs around that area where everything's going great, and then boom. Now, what are you doing to make that boom occur? Step 3, what are we gonna do once we have identified this little quinky dink that we do, and maybe more quinky dinks? How do we fix them? Are they habits? Are they bad habits? Are they habits we're falling back into? And how does that look? Here's an example. I have people who I coach on a regular basis who tell me after the 90-day I get kind of bored. And then I ask them, well, what is causing this boredom to come? And they tell me, well, we stop doing stuff. The next question, you guessed it, why are you stopping to do things? Is it you or that other person? Here's another example. They're not making an effort. And then I asked them, well, what do you mean they're not making an effort? Were they making an effort up until that point? Yes. Well, what happened there? Well, I kind of got busy with life. Oh, okay. So did you stop making an effort? Well, kind of. So you thought they would continue making the same kind of effort? Well, yes. Oh, okay. Now we got something going. These are just a couple of examples that I see on a constant basis. So when we look at these steps, we get into the final few where we look at it and we say, all right, now that we've created that opportunity for success by seeing what are the factors causing relationships to go sour, and we are able to sit there and say, what can we change to make ourselves better in the next relationship? Now we start to practice it. So the tip for this year, the big tip is, I'm gonna go into a relationship I'm gonna go in to enjoy it. I'm gonna go in to appreciate the other person, not because I want to see a relationship succeed. This is a big factor. The failure rate occurs because people are always asking for the want. What do I get out of it? So stop asking yourself, what do I get out of it? Start asking, what can I give more of? And the hope is that they start giving back more of that thing you need. And what will occur is that you'll both be giving, you'll be in a giving relationship. And once you start feeling good about that, you'll give more and it'll be free. You'll feel great. And that tipping point, that thing you do, well, now we can start looking at that and say to ourselves, all right, I'm gonna address it in this relationship, and I'm gonna tell the other person I'm in a relationship with, hey, I haven't been good with relationships because I do this. So I need you to call me out on it. I need you to let me know when I'm not there. And I need to make it there. And I don't want to see this relationship fall apart. So really the goal is to make sure that you are giving. And that is a giving thing to look at. Now you're going to ask me, well, Nico, like I've tried this before. Well, hold off. What have you tried? What have you really tried, and how much of an effort did you make? These are separate things, and really this year, maybe you want to give it a different idea of try. Give it a different motivational factor of a push. Let's do something even more. Let's put a goal perspective on it. Put an accountability on it. Do a check-in at least once a month, or maybe let's start at once every 2 weeks with your partner. So every 2 weeks, ask them, how did this relationship go so far? What are you liking? What are you not liking? How can we make this better? You'll see the difference with this. And I gotta tell you, it works. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant thing to do, and you can be very honest in that relationship you're in, because the other person will then turn around and say, well, I didn't like this and this and this. Now, you're doing it for them too. Don't get me wrong, it's a two-way street. We can be very honest on both ends. Two things will happen with this. One, those things that you don't like, we'll be working on them, and you'll be getting better. Those things that you really like will be getting even better, okay? But the biggest thing is you'll be realizing if this is the person you want to be with. You'll be realizing, hey, I'm really, really happy here. It leads me to the last thing. This is the year where if you're in the situation of continually saying, oh, a new relationship again, oh, I have to start another one, oh, I broke up, a new one. This is the year where I want you to actually get into a relationship that you can see yourself in, not because you're feeling needy, not because, Valentine's came around and I decided I didn't want to be alone, so I started dating anybody. Be very picky. Before you say, I'm going to start dating exclusively with somebody, you're going to really ask yourself, can I be with this person exclusively? Can I really see myself with this person? And really be honest with you. Don't be in a relationship because you're lonely. Be in it because you want to have a great relationship with somebody that you can really have an awesome relationship. And those things we just talked about, well, they'll come so much easier. This is Nico's RentThisMentorsApproach.com. Are you stuck in that new relationship again situation? Well, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're trying. Let me know what new things are coming around in 2018. And of course, hit subscribe for more videos. Snow again.